talking about a crypto project that has some exciting news, but also a project that's solving something absolutely huge in the crypto landscape. And what is Algorand actually solving? Well, this is what's called the Blockchain Trilemma. This is something that is still plaguing crypto today, even though the technology has been around for over a decade. And here are the three problems: decentralization, security, and scalability. Because of the difficulty of what it takes to actually make a blockchain and have it possess all three characteristics, most developers who are working on projects like this are usually able to implement one or two, but because of the complexity of having all three, they usually end up sacrificing one out of the three. So a perfect blockchain would be something that is decentralized, super secure, and scalable, meaning fast transaction times and less fees, which I am led to believe that Algorand can solve. The first thing that I like to look at is the actual website of the project that I'm researching, and this is Algorand's website. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the UI that they've put in down here about all their articles, but as you scroll down past that, there are some very, very useful things that you can look at. Everything from the detailed decentralized technology that they have to the use cases of their platform and the network participation and how you can do that as well. Remember that it is a proof of stake, so you can make money by staking your coins, and we'll get into that a little bit later throughout this video. But a big thing that you should remember about Algorand is their leadership. So who is the founder of Algorand, right? This is Silvio Micali, and he has been on the faculty at MIT Electrical Engineering and Computer Science departments since 1983. Not only that, but Silvio Micali actually invented what's called a zero knowledge proof and many of other protocols that are the foundations of modern cryptography. I mean, if we got into the nitty-gritty of what he's done, this kind of blew my mind when I looked at his awards and honors on his Wikipedia. But Micali won the Good Deal Prize, which is an annual award for outstanding papers in the area of theoretical computer science. He's also won the RSA Conference Award for Excellence in Mathematics. In 2007, he was selected to be a member of the National Academy of Sciences and a fellow member of the International Association for Cryptologic Research. And remember that Bitcoin was actually created in 2008 and officially launched around 2009. Meanwhile, Silvio Micali was already pioneering a lot of the technology and functions of crypto that we know today. In 2012, he received the Turing Award for his contributions of lasting and major technical importance in the computer field. This is generally recognized as the highest distinction in computer science. And he won that for the work that he did in the field of cryptography. Again, this is 2012. Again, this is 2012, way before Ethereum was even on the map. You could call him the gigabrain of blockchain. Okay, if you made it this far into the video and you've been getting a ton of value, make sure to smash the like button. Let's talk about the use cases of Algorand. As you can see, hundreds of organizations comprised of fintech, startups, and financial services, institutions, and DeFi are currently building on Algorand. So here we have Algorand pulled up on CoinMarketCap, ticker symbol ALGO. And if we wanted to go to the 1 year low and high, you can see it's been as low as 67 cents in the last year and as high as almost $3, around 280 cents on the 52-week chart. Now, if we scroll down, we go to the 1 year chart, we can take a look at what the price action has been. And right now, as you can see, we're on the much lower side in terms of price for Algorand right now. So personally, I've actually started to buy the dip, if you will, and for good reason. But before we dive in deeper into that, let's look at the market cap. We're sitting at $6 billion in market cap. The fully diluted market cap is around almost $10 billion. And we do have a circulating supply that is verified, which is very, very good to see. Another very important thing that I like to do is actually sort the protocols that it's competing with on CoinMarketCap. The only one that doesn't show up here is Ethereum, but as you can see down the list, we have Cardano as the #1 platform-based crypto, Solana, Polygon, Cosmos, which we've talked about on a previous video, Chainlink, Near Protocol, and then Algorand, technically sitting in the number 28 spot when it comes to all cryptocurrencies and their market caps, which means it's possible that it's still relatively cheap when compared to other platform-based protocols. So next, let's talk about some of the exciting things that are actually happening on the Algorand platform. The first article I wanted to look at shows us that the Algorand blockchain itself is operated by about 100 relay nodes. So why is this important, right? Well, all of these nodes are currently run by the Algorand Foundation, aka Algorand's early investors, and the many universities the project has partnered with. Now, if you know anything about cryptocurrency, you might be looking at this and thinking, well, isn't that sort of centralized? And the whole point of solving the crypto trilemma is for it to be decentralized? Well, take a look at this. This centralized setup allows Algorand to process around 1,100 transactions per second with near instant finality. Algorand's transactions per second will soon be over 46,000. This could create some serious decentralization issues down the line, as a smaller and smaller number of relay nodes would be able to store Algorand's entire transaction history. But Silvio, Algorand's founder, believes this issue could be solved using zero-knowledge proofs to compress Algorand's transaction history. Last but not least, Algorand's blockchain has never gone down since its mainnet went live, and it's one of the few cryptocurrencies which has achieved that feat. And the concept of the zero knowledge proofs is at the core of the Algorand blockchain. Now, something very, very exciting has just happened at Algorand, which I wanted to discuss. And that is of Stacey Warden, which is a former JP Morgan exec, named Algorand's foundation CEO. And not only was she an executive at JP Morgan, but she also had roles at the Milken Institute, the NASDAQ, and the US Treasury Department. And to summarize all that, it means she has a boatload of experience and will likely be able to push Algorand into the level of adoption that it deserves. A big problem with NFTs today is that the Ethereum blockchain is congested with transactions, which makes the gas fees absolutely ridiculous and makes people not want to mint and buy or sell NFTs either. Well, Algorand solves that. Minting, buying, selling, and trading NFTs on the Algorand blockchain is cheap. In fact, it's incredibly cheap. Right now, it costs just a fraction of a cent to transact on Algorand. Compare that to other layer ones, and the argument for Algorand almost makes itself. And more so, Algorand enables the creation of high-volume NFTs in a manner that is both practical and feasible, especially for smaller independent artists who may not have access to a lot of capital. And with more and more people coming into the NFT space, they may choose Algorand to be their primary NFT platform. And another exciting piece of news is that one of the biggest crypto investment companies, Grayscale, is considering allocating a lot of money towards crypto projects just like Algorand. And as of the end of last year, they had around $43 billion of assets under management. Obviously, this is split up between a lot of different projects, and the list will continue growing. But as their list continues growing, so will the amount of capital that is added into these funds. So once we see Algorand on this list, this will be a very, very exciting time for Algorand's token price. Now, a lot of people buy Algorand for the fact that they can stake Algorand and earn a little bit of passive income. So let's say, for example, you have 10,000 Algorand tokens. You would get a weekly earning of around 1.2 Algorand tokens, a monthly earning of around 5.3, and a yearly earning of 62.5 Algorand tokens. And obviously down the road, as Algorand gets adopted and the price increases, if you held onto those tokens and let them compound, you would have a nice sizable amount in your portfolio from not just the staking aspect, but also the growth of the blockchain itself. And if you don't know where to buy Algorand tokens, let's look at that next. Here is the list of all of the exchanges where you can actually find Algorand. Everything from Binance to Coinbase to KuCoin, pretty much any exchange that you use to buy crypto, Algorand lives on that platform as well. And personally, anytime Algorand has gotten below $1, I'll try to pick up a little bit at a time. And since there's not a lot of dilution that is possible, and the plan is set in motion for a total and max supply, we as investors can be confident in the longevity and the growth of the project as long as we keep seeing great results and progress made by the team. Since it's a layer 1 protocol, it does have the potential to rival some of the bigger players like Ethereum, and it's already a proof of stake, which is something that it has at its core, rather than Ethereum that has to rebuild absolutely everything about their proof of work model to become a proof of stake, because they've realized that that type of blockchain is more sustainable and more reliable as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this breakdown of Algorand, and if you have any questions that I didn't answer, leave them down in the comment section below. And if it's your first time to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.